Hey guys, welcome to the channel. The new gem Wulfheort has been gaining more and more popularity in Westmarch, and people are wondering if they should replace their existing gem with Wulfheort. Whether this gem is any good, what are its damage number, how it is compared to other existing damage based gems. Now, I already made a review video of this particular gem, but in that video I did not go through the damage numbers. Hence, in this video, we are going to deep dive further. We are going to do a damage test of this particular gem, as I have a rank 4 Wulfheort and I can compare it with my rank 4 Gloom Cask. This is going to give you a clear picture whether you should replace your existing gem with this Wulfheort depending on your class. So by the end of this video, you will be able to take a decision whether you should consider having this Wulfheort gem, where how good is the damage number as compared to Gloom Cask. In my original review video, I compared it with Void Spark, but I did not show any damage numbers. At the end of this video, I'm also going to talk about Void Spark and why I compared it with Void Spark. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the video. Now, first things first, in this test, I'm going to be having 2410 resonance, and all of my gems are going to remain the same except Wulfheort. This is going to 320. This is a rank 3 out of 5 Wulfheort that is going to get replaced with Gloom Cask. So no change, all gems are same. And I'm going to work with 100% attack speed. I'm getting 30% primary attack speed from my helmet. I'm getting 30% attack speed from my pants essence, and I'm also getting 30% attack speed from my 4-piece Vithus. Also, I have reforged bonus of attack speed base of 14.5%. So at 100%, I think the attack speed caps out. So we are testing this at 100% attack speed, and resonance is also going to remain the same. Now I'm going to hide my face so that you can get a clear picture of this damage test. Now keep in mind, damage is not the only thing here that to consider, and the damage numbers actually might surprise you between Gloom Cask and this particular essence. First we are doing Gloom Cask and then we are going to do Wulfheort. So first I have done with Gloom Cask. In 10 seconds, my legendary gem, the damage from my legendary gem is 3.3 million, right? And now we are going to compare this damage with Wulfheort. So now I am using Wulfheort, and make sure to see the second half of this video. The damage number might be different than what you have expected. So this is Wulfheort, and after basically 10 seconds, and I've paused my this meter, and the damage you can see is 2.9 million from my legendary gems. So guys, keep in mind those damage numbers. With Gloom Cask, I got 3.3 million, and with Wulfheort I got 2.9 million. So that's a difference of 400k damage. So you might be wondering, how is that possible? At rank 4, Gloom Cask does 42% base damage. However, if you go at Wulfheort and you check the Wulfheort, it does 60% damage. 42%, this is 60% damage, right? So how is this possible? So I checked this build in slow motion, and in slow motion I found out that when we are using Gloom Cask, these gloom blades are hitting the dummy 40 times. In a span of 10 seconds, I'm getting 40 hits from this gloom blade. So in 1 second, basically that's 4 gloom blades that hits the dummy. However, when I do this with Wulfheort, I am getting basically 20 procs of this Wulfheort. As you can see, this claw is appearing on this particular dummy. This happens 20 times. So 1 second, only 2 procs of this Wulfheort, and that is because of the 0.3 second internal cooldown that is kept for this particular gem. That is why it is proccing only 2 times per second, while Gloom Blades proc 4 times per second. So guys, now it's time for the final verdict, whether you should use Gloom Cask versus Wulfheort. So for PvE, it is quite straightforward. If you are using primary attack builds, definitely Gloom Cask is doing much more damage than Wulfheort. As you saw from my test, there's slightly more damage. Now, when it comes to PvE, what type of content I'm talking about? I'm talking about Challenge Rift, Raids and Gauntlets, because those are the 3 things where gems matter. All other things you can do complete without gems as well. And even Vanguard now, I guess, right? So primary attack builds, usually a lot of DPS based build that you see on YouTube, like other content creators are making. They are making primary attack based, high DPS type of builds. So for those, I think Gloom Cask is going to be much better for primary attack builds. And for non-primary attack builds, maybe you are using a lot of dots or things like that. So for that, Wulfheart is going to be better for PvE. But generally speaking, if you have Gloom Cask, I don't think so, and you're doing, your priority is PvE, then I don't think so you have to worry too much about Wulfheart. Gloom Cask is good enough. Now for PvP, for primary attack builds, Gloom Cask is obviously going to deal high. Gloom Cask is good enough. Basically, primary attack builds is followed by Demon Hunter currently. I don't think so any other class is like totally focused on primary attack. All the classes use some skill mostly and dots, right? So for all those, I'm not talking about all those. I'm only talking about currently Demon Hunter. However, Demon Hunter can still think to change from Gloom Cask to other builds if they are not primarily using primary attack. Like there is a build by Keys, and that is for Whales, and that is using the Electric Luna, right? The spinning chakram build, where he uses skills rather than his primary attack. So for those, I won't recommend Gloom Cask. I think he is also replacing his Gloom Cask to Wulfheart. So this goes in line with that. And for PvP non-primary attack builds, I'm using Wulfheart. So you might ask me, like, said in the test you saw clearly that Gloom Cask is getting much more damage. However, I would like to ask you, in PvP, has it ever happened with you that you are constantly attacking with primary attack and the enemy is just eating away Gloom Blades after Gloom Blades 40 times? No, that simply does not happen. You are not engaging a lot with your primary attack. However, a lot of the times you have so many dots or so many skills. That's the thing, that's the best part about Wulfheart, that it stacks with all types of attacks, not just primary attack. And because of that advantage, Wulfheart is going to give you more consistent damage than Gloom Cask. So yeah, in a 1v1 situation or any type of situation, Wulfheart is going to activate, whether depending, it does not depend on your class. Like Demon Hunter, like if you are Demon Hunter, then only Gloom Cask works mostly. So everything is very situational, but overall I think in PvP Wulfheart is going to be slightly better because of the consistent damage it can give. But keep in mind, for PvE, for damage, as you clearly saw, Gloom Cask is doing much more damage than Wulfheart. For raids or gauntlets and challenge rift, Gloom Cask is going to give you much more damage. So depending on your priority, the decision is yours. It's not that one is absolutely better than the other. Now moving to the final section of this video, I would like to compare it with Void Spark once more, and I would like to address why I compared it with Void Spark in my review video. So I compared it with Void Spark because it is at that level. It is not an S tier gem like Roiling or Blood Soaked Jade that you must have. If you place Void Spark at A tier, this is also an A tier. Hence, I thought those are comparable gems, and that's why I compared it. Now, previously, I did not do any damage test with Void Spark, but on Reddit, I posted this damage test where I posted this video at 0.25 speed, and I basically count how many times this wolf this is procking, right? That time my build was not perfect, so in that time it procced only 14 times. Right, now in this video I've already shown you before, it is proccing 20 times. It can proc even more. Like if you go to Apollyon's page, he has also done this testing, and he was able to proc it 25 times, this Wulfheart, right? So it depends how much you can min max. I thought 20 is usually an average. I think you will be able to get 20 if you are playing something like Demon Hunter, where you have a lot of attack speed. So yeah, at 14 procs also, I was getting more damage than Void Spark, right? So this was for a single target, I was getting much more damage in Void Spark. I did some calculations here. I will link this Reddit post in the comments below. You can go and check out and read it. But here I would like to shed some light that someone says Voids can hit up to 8 targets at the same time. And that is true. Void, that is the advantage of Void. Usually in PvP, you don't do 1v1. It does not happen a lot of time. When Void procs, it procs with 2 or 3 and people at the same time. Hence, for AoE damage, Void Spark is still better. Even though the damage for single target, Wulfheart is better. And same thing Keys also says. He's also a streamer. He's a whale. So he says that's why they're at the 0.3 seconds prior to the launch. He says Void is still better for AoE damage, Wulfheart is better for single target damage, assuming you can proc 2 to 3 times per second. And in this video, I'll already showed you the Wulfheart. I am able to proc it 2 times per second. So in 10 seconds, I'm able to do it 2 times, so 20 procs. Apollyon did it till 25, maybe min max, maybe you can get few more procs as well, right? So that is all going to add up to your single target damage. So as compared to Void Spark, one is single target, one is AoE damage. So the choice is yours. That's why I said these two gems are comparable, because it's not like you have to have Wulfheart because it is too good. That is not the case. Void Spark is still good. It does AoE damage in PvP. Remember, you do not do 1v1 a lot. Yes, sometimes you do it, but yeah, Void Spark has AoE damage, so it has that advantage. So guys, that will be it for this particular video. I hope this video helps you to make a decision about Wulfheart and you can progress with a lot of information in mind, right? So that was the aim of this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any doubts or if you want me to test about some other gems, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.